but I think that we're going to be moving on. So Nick Khan has been outside recently, and in a recent interview, he addressed that there may be a potential third hour of SmackDown. I want to know, is that something that you would be in favor of? Do you want to see 3 hours of SmackDown or no?
Like, are you serious? Are you serious? Listen, the reason why SmackDown is more appealing than Raw at this point is because it's shorter. And I don't think most people even sit up to even see what happens on the third hour anymore because it's a bunch of filler and then just like probably one good segment or maybe one or two good matches. That's the appeal of SmackDown because it kind of gets to the point and like there's less time, therefore there's less filler. Okay. Not that, I mean, SmackDown was always the OG show, at least for me when I was growing up. But to add an extra hour, it's like for what? Outside the fact that they would accumulate more money, for real, what? For what? Because at my very grown age, if I even go to a show, and I haven't been to a show in a minute, but if I go to just a regular show, I'm not going to stand there for 3 hours and it's nothing but filler. It'd be one thing if like the show was actually really, really good, but y'all don't even know what to do most of the time with 2 hours. So why would we want three? It's kind of like with AEW. There's sometimes where they give us 2 hours of nothingness. You know what I mean? And they
Right.
spill another hour of nothingness onto Rampage. Like it's just there's nothing wrong with the formula.
Right.
It's just coming down to me like you just want more money. And it's not it. It's not it for me. If they add an extra hour, I know I'm not watching. But how is that supposed to wait, so you think that they're adding it now because they're taking out Rampage?
I don't know. First of all, I don't know if they're taking out Rampage, but I think it's just something that they had just, they had just been inquiring about. Because I feel like with
Oh.
Raw, once again, like you said earlier, you was like, I don't know if they would do it unless they wanted to make more money. I mean, like, I feel like if WWE wants to add any more programming, it would be for the sake of making more money. You know what I mean? So
But that's crazy. That's is that the only reason that they're trying to be petty and they're trying to just step all over Rampage?
I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be
Not that
considering the
anyone really
fact.
watches Rampage. I forget that it's on every single week.
But I like funny part is Rampage is actually pretty good, even though it's
It's
after
not bad.
it's
It's not
after
a bad
hours.
time.
It's just at a bad time. The time it's an AEW Dynamite quality show, but it's on a time slot that rivals BET Uncut, and that is the problem. But
Oh, good
I
luck.
just feel like with the third hour, I mean, like if it makes money, I feel like they would probably lean towards it. But I feel like the only way that a third hour for SmackDown makes sense from a creative standpoint is if they have a little more talent, a little more depth to show off.
Yeah,
I
of
feel like
course.
that's the only way that would make sense. Other than that, I don't think that SmackDown needs a third hour. Like you said, I
No.
feel like part of the reason why it's so special is because it's 2 hours, it's to the point. You know what
That's
I
from the
mean? And
NXT special, actually, when it was like 1 hour
1 hour,
before.
yeah, 1 hour
Yeah.
NXT, woo!
Yeah, it's to me it's quality over quantity, and this is WWE that we're talking about, so it
Right.
doesn't surprise me. Like I wouldn't be surprised if they're mirroring each other at some point, like SmackDown and Raw. Like they're not here for really giving us quality entertainment anymore. It's just more so, all right, this is what the network wants. This is the amount they're going to give us for it. Let's do it and make a check, which I can't get mad at them for. But as a fan, I'm like, damn, like I'm just
Right.
like, what am I sitting here watching it for?
That makes sense. That makes sense. I want to know what everybody else has to think about a third hour of SmackDown. Let us know in the comments. But we're moving on. Yeah.